Black Planet, you name it. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And starting a little early. That's why I'm not shocked that nobody's logged on. See, y'all all sitting right now waiting for me to start at 7 o'clock. But I'm anxious. I ain't gonna even lie. I was like, I'm anxious. It's September 20th. And yeah, we're about to get the party started a little early. This way I can finish a little early too and get some nourishment. So as I wait for you all to log on, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. My little microphone has been acting up a bit. So, y'all got to help me out and let me know that y'all can hear me. It says, greatest day in my lifetime. You darn tootin' with that. Oh, man, I tell you, let me double check my other device. Yep, notification. Okay. All right, there you go. There I am. Oh, yeah. Plus, I don't want to run out of time. I want to make sure I enjoy this evening. See, yeah, I don't want to mess around and look at my clock and be like, oh shoot, man, it's almost 9 o'clock. I gotta go. Somebody said notified. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. So, how is inauguration day going for everybody? Everybody okay? Everybody good? Did anybody make it up there in Washington? No? I mean, let me know if you did. Let me know if you saw something, if you saw some liberals out there protesting. I did get a chance to see a couple, crazy looking folks up there protesting. They were painted up and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, see, that your protest is not working because you guys look weird. Nobody wants to jump in that crowd. It's obvious that you're protesting because they all look like clowns. It's all made up and stuff. I was like, well, did the circus come in town to protest? That's what I'm wondering. And it wasn't even a lot because times are changing, y'all. Yeah, they thought it was going to be 15,000 or so, I guess, people up there protesting, but it wasn't a lot. Yeah. One, it was too cold probably. But two, it's not like it used to be. I think they could see the writing on the wall. And plus, you could only sustain that amount of hatred and TDS at that level for so long. I mean, they done got beat down in every turn. They've been given hope and it's been snatched away from them. Multiple times. Thought we're going to get him. The walls are closing in. It's the Russia collusion thing. Great. He's done for. Give me that mess. Oh, it's okay, though. It's okay. The impeachment's coming. We can get him on that. Give me that mess. Don't worry, guys. We'll run it back. One more impeachment. It should do it. J6. Give me that mess. Man, how can you keep up that type of hatred? Or how can you be that naive to continue to fall for every narrative that they dangle out in front of you? So maybe the left has just gotten to the point where they're like, man, let's save all this anger, all of this vitriol, all of this protesting for something later. Don't protest yourself out. So you got to pace your protest. You got to paste it, see? So it wasn't that many up there. And of course, Trump did what Trump does, his thing, y'all. He got his own thing, but dilly. So I watched the majority of it today, listened to it. It was wonderful. Trump didn't hold back. He was very clear on his agenda, what he wants to do. And I'm glad that he pointed out the drastic difference from this last administration to what he is about to do. Some people might have been like, well, maybe he shouldn't even mention how raggedy the last administration is. But no, that's not his style. Yeah, you got to go ahead and call it out. Shame the devil. So, yep, after all of that, now Trump is officially 47. And thank God. I was like, let's just get him to that Bible. If we could just get that hand on that Bible, swear him in, and then we can start working from there. Make sure we got a good Secret Service in place. Make sure that all this craziness that we've been experiencing for the last couple months, starting with the assassination attempt. See, these are things that I worried about. I was sitting there like, just get him there so he could have his own set of eyes, his own people in there, making sure he's safe. Because they done tried it all, y'all. They done tried it all, and I didn't put nothing past them when it comes down to one more last-ditch effort to stop what's coming. But you can't stop. the MAGA train from coming. Yeah, that Trump train's coming around the corner, right? Chicka, 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 chicka. Yeah, and you better get out the way or you're going to get freight trained. Now, as people are logging in, I'm glad y'all are checking me out early. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel just in case you haven't. And when you do that, make sure you set your notifications to all. Now, we might as well go ahead and get busy as people are logging in. Oh, yeah. Kevin's Corner Cup. Kevin's Corner Cup. Get yourself a Kevin's Corner Cup. Oh, yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm rocking it too loud there. Now, let me change it. By the way, with a Kevin's Corner Cup, those liberal tears taste even better. They taste even better. Okay, now let's get it. Like Silverback. I really feel like one today. Real gold glove. Real gold glove. Real gold glove. This is Kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yes, man. Some gorillas in here. Now, don't forget to also check out Kevin's Corner store when you get a chance. You can get yourself some merch, even some Gizmo merch. And that number on the screen right there that you probably can't see, I'm noticing the light might be glaring it, but the number is 330-974-4607. That's the number you can text Kevin. You can text MAGA to and stay connected with me just in case some shenanigans happen. Hopefully YouTube will start, their process of changing and healing. Right now, I think they are still trying to take a stance against, what's coming. So now, with that being said, y'all know what time it is? Oh, yeah. Look at this.
This is MAGA country now.
You hear that? This is MAGA country now. It's official. It's MAGA country now. Oh, yeah. And you know the liberals can't stand it. But I just ran into a good friend of mine's daughter who hates Trump in the store. And she was like, see, this is what the young people think about. This is crazy, right? I said, what's up? Happy MAGA Day. Gave her son a hug, rubbed some MAGA juice all over him, some MAGA juice. Then I gave her a hug. She said, go on now. And I said, yeah, how you like it? How you like it? She said, well, he did bring back TikTok. I'm like, out of all the things, but see, she's in that generation. But out of all the things that I'm excited about, TikTok isn't one of them. But hey, if that wins her over, she's like, he did bring back TikTok. I was like, okay. Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of further down on my priority list. Yeah, I'm looking at the big things like his executive orders, of course, that he came out and signed. And of course, I just saw a clip, which I wasn't able to include it into this tonight. It's not going to fit my storyline until I'll talk about it tomorrow. But they already done start moving down there to that border, y'all. And they like, look here, man. Y'all better back up off us. Back up off us, man. You're gonna get yourself thrown in the slammer. And of course, they are going down there getting some video footage of the one lady. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Oh, las niñas. Oh, el niños. And, oh, no, I want to go. And I'm going, don't fall for it, y'all. You know that's what they're going to do. They're going to find the worst cases. They might even send in a couple actresses and actors. All right, now listen. When I say action, I'm gonna need you to fall on the ground and start convulsing. I need you to bite your tongue a little bit. Can you? Somebody go get her Alka-Seltzer. Get her an Alka-Seltzer, pop in there so create the foam. Yeah, all kind of stuff out there. We're down here. This lady's foaming at the mouth to get into our country. We don't know if she's gonna make it or not. Her last dying words was, how can Trump do this to us? So we already know it's coming, and people just gotta go ahead and build up their stomach. Because, see, if you fall for that, then, 4 years from now, then everybody will be going, what? I thought Trump was getting rid of all these illegal immigrants. So that's not going to work, I don't think. But nonetheless, look at him. Look at this.
Gentlemen, the president-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald Trump.
Now, the Democrats want to throw up in their mouth. Dun, 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 dun. Melania's rocking that hat. Man, she's up in that bad boy with the lampshade on. Cocked to the side, looking fresh, fly, haircut like Anita Baker, looked up and down and said, I'll take her. Yo, baby, how you gonna play me? Could have been your man and you should have been my lady. She's looking great. Uh-huh. Where's Michelle? Anybody see Michelle? No, she's not there. Okay. Well, there you go. We don't need her anyway. We don't need her. All the other first ladies could have stayed at the crib anyway. So let's continue. Oh, and there he is. The creeps come out at night. Creepy sleep. Probably don't even know what's this about again? Why am I here? Who are you again? I'm Donald Trump. Where? I'm Donald Trump. Trump, is he here? Never mind, Joe. Never mind. So now there's Joe, which we're going to be talking about Joe because he just. You already know what he did. You already know what he did. And we'll be talking about that in a second. So we go from having this trash right here, this guy right here, the guy with the spots on the top of his head, that guy. Yeah, the one who took us through 4 years of hell. The one that if he would have had his way, we would have been done. He had evil intentions for us. Actually, I can't say that. I don't think he had any intentions, period, except just make me president. But the people who were running him had some serious evil intentions for us. And now that all failed, guys, you might have heard by now, they had to cover their tracks with a big, fat, blanketed pardon. And we're going to be talking about it. So we go from Trump coming in great to this dude going out like the sucker we all knew he is. So guys, let's see.
Meanwhile, President Trump is reportedly considering a wave of preemptive pardons. Does this concern you? All these preemptive pardons?
Well, it concerns me in terms of what kind of precedent it sets and how the rest of the world looks at us as an.
Yeah, that's what it was back then. See, that's what it was. That concerns me how the rest of the world look now. It's too late to even talk about how the rest of the world. Well, they see us now as back in business. But before, they were like, these are the folks who's telling us that we need to spread democracy. These are the folks that's telling us that we're taking the moral high ground. We should all pattern our government after the U.S. The ones that lock their people down over those people, the ones this censoring and spying on folks like we do over here in China and Russia. And they got the nerve to be telling us how we should govern? Are you kidding me? Not to mention, they're weak. So not only were they corrupt, not only were they doing the same stuff they accuse all of the dictators of doing to Trump, but they were also weak leaders. It was the perfect time for all of the corrupt, evil actors on the stage to have their way. They we got some pure idiots running that country over there. Pure. So we're going from this dude to the real president now.
Nation of laws and justice. You're not going to see in our administration that kind of approach to pardons.
No.
Nor are you going to see in our administration the approach to making policy by tweets. It's just going to be a totally different way in which
different way. Remember, because the adults were back. Now, see, this is the thing about the Democrats. They project a lot. And not only that, what they do, one thing they are good at is knowing how Republicans think and try to govern. They know the weakness. The weakness is kind of like Superman. Superman normally don't kill anybody. People were actually mad about the Man of Steel because he killed Zod in the movie. Superman doesn't kill. That's odd. So people take advantage of it. They're like, Superman might smack me around a little bit, but at the end of the day, he's not going to slaughter me. Okay. He got the power to do it, but he won't do it. So that's one of the weaknesses that people take advantage of. And so what the Democrats do is they will throw out stuff and claim that Trump is going to do these things. They're violating our norms, and we have to protect these type of institutions. We have to make sure that the Constitution is held. They like to use that because they know we respect the Constitution. We respect law and order. So they know the right thing to do. They know what the Constitution says. That's why they can throw it out there to try to, pigeonhole conservatives into saying, well, I probably could do this, but yeah, I don't want to set a bad precedent, or I'm not willing to do it and look bad to the public. And the Democrats know that. So they throw this stuff out there knowing that we're saying it to you guys because you guys might try to go ahead and abide by it. However, we're going to break it all. We're going to run right through it all. See, that's the difference between you and us. That's how terrorists work. See, terrorists is like the U.S. isn't going to do stuff. They're not going to waterboard. If I'm going to go over there and do some terrorism, I might as well do it over there because then, I get locked up, thrown in Guantanamo Bay. They ain't going to take me out back and hang me and chop my head off, all that stuff. I'm good. See, they know our weaknesses. And these folks try to use that mess against conservatives. So here he is trying to pretend that this would be a bad precedent to set. If you start pardoning folks, it would mess up the integrity of the pardon and all of that. Knowing in his mind, give me some power and I'm pardoning everybody. Everybody's getting one. But when it's our turn to do the pardoning, all of these words won't matter because I'll have people up here justifying why it's okay for Democrats to do the pardoning because Donald Trump. And see, that's their get out of jail free card. Anything's justifiable because Donald Trump. They done built up this, image of Trump to their base, but that's changing, fortunately. But they done built up this image to where people have a gag reflex. They can see the Democrats do exactly what they accuse Donald Trump of doing. And all the Democrats got to say is, but it's Donald Trump. And so many of their bubbleheads will go, well, that makes it different. It's okay to do it now because they said it's Donald Trump. It's special for him.
Approach the justice system.
So the president's pardon of Scooter Libby, Congressman, has inspired you to propose new legislation. What exactly would it do?
That's back when Don Lemon had a job, y'all. Yeah, as a propagandist. Now he's a freelance propagandist. But right then he was a paid propagandist.
What it would do is say that in the event the president pardons anyone in an investigation in which the president is a witness, a subject, or the target, those investigative files will all be turned over to the Congress.
Oh, okay.
The Congress ought to know whether the president is using the pardon power to obstruct justice. The American people have a right to know.
Yeah, you see that? See, he's up there talking about all kind of integrity and the people got to know and transparency and the people should know and all this stuff. I wonder if he still thinks that. I wonder if he's going to accept his pardon. See, that's my question. Because the way he's talking back then, he should be like, man, get off me, man. I don't need no dang on pardon. I ain't do nothing. I'm bug-eyed, baby. I'm pencil neck. Don't you know what I'm saying? Watermelon shake face. So back up off me. I stand by what I did. So there he is, guys, telling us the right thing. People need to know. Yeah, you shouldn't abuse your office, your power, and all of that stuff. See, that right there is when they're regurgitating all of the, the discipline and all of the integrity that they don't have.
I think it is clearly constitutional. It doesn't prohibit him from granting a pardon, even a pardon he shouldn't grant. But it does say that we will be able to at least find out whether the president is using this power to shield himself from liability. It offers transparency at the very least.
Transparency at the very least.
You hear? You hear him? I wonder after today and all of these pardons, is Don Lemon on his podcast talking about that we need to see some transparency at the very least. I wonder if all of these fake news networks are interpreting this mass pardon accurately. Or are they saying, well, it's okay because Donald Trump. See, so let's continue because, I think they need to go ahead and revisit all of these clips when they were pretending to have integrity.
Absolutely. Thank you, Congressman. I appreciate your time.
So he's been able to manipulate prosecutors to get his way, and now he can't. You know this man. Do you think he's genuinely afraid? Because, as you said, it won't be the same, but he's still going to face a version of what regular people have to deal with.
Now, y'all remember this guy? Trump's so-called fixer. Yeah, this is back when all the fake news was prostituting this dude, see? And I got a theory about this bum right here, because we all know he'll squeal. He's like a pig. He'll squeal. This dude is all about saving Michael Cohen's life, all right? And my gut tells me he slipped through the cracks, y'all. See, my gut tells me we'll use this dude up, prostitute him, but he's not really in our crowd. So when it comes down to the pardons, I don't know if he made the cut, y'all.
Yeah, it goes way beyond scared or way beyond afraid. He's petrified. He could put on whatever fake bravado that he wants. Knowing Donald Trump, as we all do, who is not just, forget about the fact he's a germaphobe. And so the fact that he's even going to be in this area is going to sort of make his skin crawl. At the same time, he's now being held accountable. And I think Neil Katyal turned around and said it. It's the first time in his life that the guy is actually being held accountable for his own dirty deeds. And look, our district attorney, Alvin Bragg, dropped a 2,000-pound dirty deed indictment right onto this guy's lap of a...
And what did Trump do with that 2,000-pound dirty deed? Bench pressed it. No, I got it. Don't help. No, I don't need a spot. He got it up off of his chest. Matter of fact, he ran some reps on it. No, don't touch it. I got it. And wrapped it. That's what he did. So now here he is talking about that 2,000-pound. Now see, this was back when he was hoping all of this would pay off and mess around and tank Trump. He won't have to worry about Trump or anybody in his, realm starting to, go after some of these folks that participated in these shenanigans. So let's see how that all worked out for him.
Accountability. And it's not something that he knows how to deal with. And he's really looking for somebody to figure out how to get rid of that, 2,000-pound weight of accountability.
No, he got rid of it. Yeah, I told you, he didn't need a spot. Yeah, people were running over there trying to get the bar. Don't touch it. I got it. Yeah, I'm going to lead by example.
That's sitting on his legs, and it's just not possible.
Oh, it's not?
I am your retribution.
Uh-oh.
President-elect Donald Trump sentenced today in his hush money case.
Trump today learned his fate after the Supreme Court denied his request to halt sentencing.
This court has determined that the only lawful sentence is an unconditional discharge.
What this means is Trump will face no real punishment at all. No jail time.
So wait, no 2,000-pound on his chest? None of that stuff? It didn't stop him from going right that what we're witnessing? None of that? So today, he went up there and got sworn in spite of that 2,000-pound. Interesting. So let's see how Michael Cohen is coping with this.
No fine or probation.
Well, let me ask you this. So there's already a record here, right, that of using the Justice Department and having you in his sights. They're promising this on day one. They're trying to get Kash Patel head of the FBI. Like, what is your expectation, your level of, anxiety or worry about?
Wait a minute, y'all. Is it just me? Didn't Michael Cohen say he was leaving the country and his family? He said, I'm bouncing. I don't care about the kids, the wife. He hit us with the Rage in Harlem or Harlem Nights. Yeah, put your mother on the phone. Yeah, I'm never coming home. That's what he was doing. But all of a sudden, this dude is still here showing up on MSNBC talking about how scared he is. I thought he had passports and everything to some other country. But then we saw him on this little TikTok show where they were throwing turkeys on his head, laughing at him because he never left the country. Interesting.
About essentially being targeted for unconstitutional and unlawful retribution by the government of the United States.
Yeah. Now, what makes this guy say that? I mean, did they do an investigation that we don't know about? Unlawful, undone. Why weren't they worried about it's unlawful and unconstitutional against Trump and everybody they could go after in Trump's circle? He wasn't talking about the, unjustified, unconstitutional targeting of none of that. Notice how they don't view all of the lawfare that the Democrats used against Trump, his people, and us. They don't view that as lawfare. They don't view that as unconstitutional or, just going after your political opponent. They think that that's justice. Trump deserved it. But now all of a sudden, you don't even, deserve to be investigated once Trump get in. Because just the fact that he might say it was very strange that all these people were able to coordinate like this. It was very strange that the J6 committee lost all of their stuff. All of these strange anomalies, I think we should take a look at. Just doing that, all of a sudden they're like, this is lawfare. He's going after his police. He said he was going to do it. Well, like the Democrats say, if you ain't do nothing, why you worried? It ain't you unless it's you.
Well, it's why I actually put in a presidential pardon application. And my hope is that Joe Biden offers and presents me with the same pardon that he did for his own son.
Did you hear this ragamuffin? That's why I put in the presidential pardon for. Now, I don't recall his name popping up on that list. I'm a little concerned for this guy. I'm lying. No, I'm not. I hope he gets the hammer. I hope he gets the hammer. And see, as many people as they pardoned, you know they're going to miss some people. People like him. You know, a guy like him, if you snag him up, he'll squeal. He'll throw everybody up under the bus to save his own life. And I really do hope that even though this diabolical, stinking decision to pardon all these people, I hope they go through with a fine-tooth comb and find everyone that might be low-hanging fruit that didn't make the cuts and might be bitter. Yeah, Democrats used me, had me out there looking stupid. I used to be all over MSNBC and CNN, but now they don't even bother me. No. And you know what? You know what? I just wanted a pardon, and they just left me hanging. Yeah, they did leave you hanging, didn't they, Michael? Unfortunately, we got some questions for you. Well, no, you don't need to ask me anything. I'll tell. That guy would do that. Let's continue.
The next day.
I wonder if, well, I'm going to just tell you, Michael, because we're on national TV, we have a conversation. I don't necessarily think that's your best way to go get a pardon. Oh. I mean, Hunter Biden is the president's last surviving son. But your other point, why I do think it's a strong one.
I'm somebody's son also, by the way.
Yeah, son of a gun. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're not in the in crowd, Michael. That's the problem. When these Democrats and the left prostitute either conservatives or folks is willing to turn on Trump, they don't realize they're not a part of the left. They're like, we'll use you up, man, as much as we can. And when we're done, away with you, peasant. But I'm somebody's son, too.
Agreed. You are somebody's son. But, I mean, to be very clear, you're not the president's son. And he pardoned Hunter primarily because that is his son, I think. I did not ask the president this directly. I want to be very clear.
No, he pardoned Hunter not only because he was his crackhead son, but he did it because he knew Hunter was guilty. And also, Hunter could be tied to him. And when he pardoned Hunter, I knew that was just the first step. Because when you're that dirty and that evil, you got a whole bunch of loose ends out there. When you dealing with the Democrats and all of their tactics that they've been using for years, you done created a whole bunch of loose ends. And like I said, I'm sure somebody has been overlooked. But let's continue and see just who these folks done pardoned.
But your point about the fact that there are many other people who are in the ire of the president-elect who could be in danger, like yourself, I do think is a strong one.
And it is, and it's a reality. You have to take Donald Trump for his word. When he turns around, so far, everything that he said that he intends to do, he actually intends to do.
Well, that's good. I like that about him, see. But then at the same time, they'll come around and tell you, well, you can't be trusted. He doesn't follow through. His word is nothing. He's a liar. He's constantly a liar. But you know what? Take him for his word. So now, I think this guy, he's potentially low-hanging fruit. Because I'm pretty sure him, Stormy Daniels, all of them, they knew what they were getting into. They knew what was expected of them to try to tank Trump. I'm pretty sure whoever came to Michael Cohen and said, hey, if you do this, we'll cut you some slack on your sentence or whatever. Somebody put the pressure on this guy and said, we'll hook you up if you do this. There's a lot of loose ends. I mean, these prosecutors in the cities that went after Trump, I don't recall them saying that they were pardoned. I mean, do you understand, though? Well, we'll get to it in a second. Here we go.
The only reason I know to ask for a pardon is because you think you've committed a crime.
You hear that, Michael Cohen? Only reason you would ask for a pardon is if you think you committed a crime. You see this guy crying Adam Singletary. So he shouldn't be talking about a crime. He should be talking about crying. Let's continue.
I only know of one reason to seek a pardon.
Only one?
Because you're worried that you're guilty, that you committed a crime.
Oh, that you're worried that you're guilty, that you committed a crime. These people didn't even have to seek a pardon. Joe Biden and his administration decided, for some reason, guys, that all of these people deserves a pardon. Not a pardon, but a pre-pardon, whatever that is. Now, do you understand how obvious this is? That's why I'm upset about it. That is why I opened up with it. Because this right here is such an admission of guilt and coordination. It's ridiculous. I hope they don't think that the majority of people who've been watching what these people been doing for all of these years believe that these pardons were anything less than an attempt to cover up all of their corruption. Hopefully they're not thinking, did we get away with it? You think they bought it? When I made that pardon, you think they really thought that I was doing this because Hunter Biden has been unjustifiably targeted? Did you think they fell for that? Do you think they all are falling for, we need to pardon all of these people going back, way back, because Trump might come after all of them, and they don't deserve that. They were fighting against injustice. Do you think that that's what we're thinking? We're looking at this as you nasty, stinking slime balls trying to get away with the crime, and we see right through it. And I hope they pay a price somehow, even if they don't go to jail, even if the pardon covers them. Just the fact that it is released to show what these people were about, especially a couple names on this list. Let's continue.
A few years later.
It's a Fox News alert. President Biden, and this just came across, just issues new pardons for Dr. Anthony Fauci. You could call.
Bam. The face of science. That guy needs to be thrown in somebody's teeny little bitty jail. That's what he needs. How in the world do you pardon this dude? This dude could be charged for crimes against humanity. No telling what his little teeny mixo-plix Mickey Mouse hands have been in. And they pardon this dude. I mean, what happens if we find out that this guy, well, we know he lied. We know he lied. He not only lied about the gain of function, but he lied about telling us to wear the mask and at work. He lied about so much, and he just abused his power, but he didn't do it on his own. I guarantee you, this was all coordinated with the powers that be. Yeah, keep the people suppressed, break their will, break their spirit, and all of these things. And now they give this guy a pardon. No telling how many lives were destroyed or lost because of that nasty, stinking man. And they pardon him. But this is what the Democrats are about. Hopefully, people in the middle, and even some of the liberals, will now start to see how foul of a party they are. And if they supported them, especially the people who's always talking about people need to be held accountable. And you know what? Trump's a dictator, and Trump's just looking out for all of his friends. And Trump should be, and this and this. All of those people, all of the people that's talking about everybody else is held accountable. The little man always pays the price. Black people and Chinese people and Asian and Hispanics and all of them, they all have to go and do their time. And the justice system is broken. And all of that, I don't want to hear nothing. All of the brothers on the street, I don't want to hear them coming up to me like, yo, man, see, man, you know what? The white man and this, and I'm going, did you vote for the Democrats? Did you vote for them? Oh, yeah. I mean, I voted for them. And I'm going, are you kidding me? See, if anybody else that has had to, be victim of the justice system or they deserved it, and they look at this and they say, it's okay. It's okay for them to do it because, are you kidding me? This right here shows just how corrupt and connected these evil people are, to where they had to risk their reputation, which is already shot. But this is how serious it is that that it was all coordinated and they could all burn for it. Because they had to launch this pardon so broad that it's like, yeah, everybody's going to look at this. And somebody just said they got unsubscribed. Unfortunate. Thank you for resubscribing. Yeah, I know they're sitting there going, yeah, everybody's going to look at this and say, oh, it's obvious that they pardon these people because they all coordinated. But we're willing to accept that. We'll hope that the media will run interference for us, and time will just erase this from the people's mind and they'll just overlook it, forget it, or whatever and move on. It's the same as how desperate they were with the lawfare. They were so obvious that it was like, we know the majority of people know what we're doing. Long as we could keep a percentage of dummies on board with this. And hey, There's no time for us to try to pretend it's anything else but lawfare. We're willing to take that risk that the people are looking at us going, y'all just straight up abuse your power. But hey, anything to stop Trump. Now that we didn't stop him, we got to do it again. We got to do it again. We got to pardon all of these people because all of these people were a part of it. And it burns me up, man. This burns me. I mean, I almost pulled over today when they told me. But guess what, guys? You think it's just bad because of the Anthony Fauci?
All these preemptive pardons. Dr. Anthony Fauci, retired four-star general Mark Milley.
See what I mean? Milli Vanilli, the traitor. See, why are they pardoning Milley?
This just happened moments ago. It also includes the members of Congress and staff who served on the Select Committee and the U.S. Capitol and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before.
Oh, see, there you go. The guys that they promised to hook up. I was so scared. The green mouth, they called me the N-word. And I told them, I ain't no N-word. I ain't never had nobody talk to me that way. That guy and the little Eric Estrada guy and the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? You pardon these dudes for what? What do you think they did? Oh, they probably knew exactly. Look, are you willing to prostitute yourself? Okay, we need you to go out there and do this. Hey, we'll help you run for Congress. You want a book deal? You want a book deal? See, it's so much coordination and corruption. It's unbelievable. So now those guys got pardons. Who else?
For the Select Committee. This as Trump prepares to take the oath of office in just a few hours.
Would that include Liz Cheney?
No, it doesn't. Select Committee?
Whole select.
But what does it say?
Liz Cheney and all of the rest of the people who testified for the J6 committee. Now, if this isn't blanket, obvious corruption, I don't know what is. And their spin to this crap is he's doing it to protect them from Donald Trump retaliation. This is unbelievable. Hey, they better pardon what's his name, the Mucus. Yeah, they better pardon him because Mucus left that border wide open on purpose as well. And look at all the tragedy that came from that. But see, once again, we need to start looking for somebody they missed. Somebody who they couldn't get the pardon to, and that person vulnerable. Unbelievable, man. Somebody said that was clear traitor. Yep.
Mark Milley, who is chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff under both Biden and Trump, you know that 100%. What he's done in the past. You know that he was calling China, trying to putting down President Trump.
But wait, there's more.
More?
Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
We have some breaking news we want to share related to all this. President Biden pardoning his family members.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Oh.
Minutes before President-elect Trump is sworn in. I want to go to our senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett. Laura, walk us through it.
Now, did y'all hear that? Did you not think he was going to do that? I mean, how much more obvious can you get? These are pardons because of crimes. These are things that, according to them, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. Well, if you ain't do nothing, there's nothing to find. Going back to 2014. If you ain't do nothing, there's nothing to find. Hey, Republicans are going to make stuff up like the Democrats did on Trump. But he's pardoning all of these people going way back. I like those type of pardons, don't you? Isn't that amazing? How you can get a pardon for everything you've done all the way back to 2014 for crimes you allegedly didn't commit. Now, how obvious is this? Especially considering the dates that these pardons go back to. Last I checked, you had to have committed a crime to get a pardon. So now, the last dagger, comes out. We knew it was coming. We knew Joe could not leave his raggedy, corrupt family out there vulnerable to investigation because guess what? It'll go right back to him. And he did it at the last second. That's why I have no mercy on this dude. I don't care if his brain slid out his ears and down his neck. I would still be calling this dude creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe. I still be giving it to him because he is dirty. See, I guarantee you, he mustered up enough consciousness to say, wait, let's pardon my family. Yeah, he probably wasn't, cognizant enough to know all of the webs that needed to be pardoned, because I'm sure his folks handled putting all of that lawfare together. But I guarantee you he knows, wait, I'm dirty. So make sure my family's pardoned. Oh, this makes me sick. Same guy who was just talking in the beginning of the live stream about, well, you know what, that's a bad president, and all of this stuff.
Yeah, Lester, a rare and sweeping pardon here from the president in just his final moments while he still occupies that office, pardoning all of his living siblings and their spouses, including James Biden, Sarah Biden, Valerie Owens Biden, his sister, her husband, John T. Owens.
What? What did they do? What did they do? The grandchildren, everything. They just all got a part, whole family. Now you talk about nepotism? I mean, like I said, I don't want to hear any minorities who's always talking about the justice system ain't right. And you voted for this bum? I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, this is a slap in the face to everybody who ever got charged and sentenced for almost anything. Almost anything. I'm telling you right now, man, that would be my whole argument if I got pulled over or thrown in a slammer for anything short of like major crimes. I'll be sitting there like, man, yo, you know what? I like to invoke the case of Joe Biden versus I want some of that pardon too. This is unreal, man.
And his brother, Francis Biden. Now, Lester, none of these people have been charged with crimes, but he says...
Yeah, but he knows they vulnerable. None of them been charged with crimes, so I'm going to go ahead and pardon them for no reason. Yeah, they're all clean and innocent. Didn't do nothing, but I need to go ahead and pardon them.
He's doing this because there's partisan politics here, obviously referring to the president-elect who is set to take office.
And you know the irony of that excuse is that everything they did to Trump is partisan politics. That's why they're so corrupt, and I'm glad they got their butts beat. I'm glad they got. I hope they lose forever, actually, ever. I don't want to see a comeback from the Democrat Party at all. But it burns me up to think that some of these people might still get away with this. It burns me up, man. I mean, I'm sitting there going, I would follow these people to the end of time to get justice. If I had the ability, I'd be like, somehow, some way, I'm gonna get your tail for what you did. These folks are corrupt, evil, and just in our face. In our face, like, yeah, we did it. We know we did. But what you gonna do about it? I got pardoned for nothing, apparently. I didn't do nothing, but I got a pardon. So you can't even go and dig in my past. And if you find something, hey, what are you gonna do? At this point, all of these people can confess to what they did. They can all be like, yeah, man, we coordinated that mess. Yeah, we J-rigged J6. We knew it was and you can't do nothing to them.
Just minutes from now, Lester. Again, he's saying he's doing this as a preemptive.
All right.
I feel you, Alex. I feel you, brother. I feel you. I feel you all the way, man. So, guys, well, one thing we can rest assured is that Biden will go down as the worst president we ever had. Trump even said it. Yes.
This is a pretty typical pattern, but these numbers for Biden seem especially low.
What? I can't even believe this chick trying to cover for this dude. This seems to be a familiar pattern, but these numbers, wow. I mean, you can't even make that sound good as low as these numbers are.
Yeah, they're historically, though. They're, I dare say, historically awful. What am I talking about here? Well, job approval at the end of the first term. I'm just looking amongst those who lost or didn't run for re-election. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to see which is the lowest number on your screen right now. And an average of polls, my average.
He's the weakest link. You see him? Right there, that one right there. The weakest link.
Joe Biden's at 38%. He's actually lower than Donald Trump was at the end of his first term. Remember, at the end of his first term, everyone was saying Donald Trump's political career is over.
But happens to be wrong.
Yeah, because that's what they were saying. Everybody, all the rats was getting off the ship. And I'm glad. Sometimes you got to pretend the ship is sinking so you can get rid of all the rats. Hey, y'all saw my video. If you haven't, check it out. The one about Paul the Rhino Ryan, who was one of those rats that got off the ship. And now here he is. Can I get back on that ship? Am I good? Am I good? No. So, yeah, they thought Trump was done for.
He's lower than Jimmy Carter, who was at 44% by the end of his presidency. Not even close to George H.W. Bush, who was at 56%, saw a nice rebound. But the bottom line is this. Joe Biden came in to end the Donald Trump reign in this country, right? End Donald Trump's political career. And all that's ended up happening is Joe Biden has managed to end up at a lower approval rating at the end of his first term.
So wait, you're telling me he came in to end Donald Trump's career and ended his own? The Trump effect. Love it. Yeah. I'm rubber, you're glue. Anything you does bounces off of me and sticks to you. So all of these folks who tried to ruin Trump, almost all of them now have paid the price in some form or fashion. Now, some of these pardon people, I'm still hoping for some karma on them. I really am. But creepy, no wonder he probably pardoned all these people. How much worse can you get? At this point, he's like, man, my reputation so blew out. I might as well pardon everybody. So he's at 38%. You mean to tell me he's not going to be on Mount Rushmore? Like, dang on Nancy Pelosi said, he's definitely a Mount Rushmore president.
Than any president on record, Jessica.
On record?
Think about that.
Oh, we've thought about it. And we've made our choice. The people have spoken. Okay, you might have got away with all of this slime crime, but boy, we all see you, man. You're the worst. And I'm mad that it's 38%. Who is the 38% that's like, I approve of what he did? Joey Behart? What, the View girls? Joy Reid, maybe, perhaps, the fake news? Who are these 38% of people that's going, Joe Biden was the bomb. He was the bomb. It's unbelievable.
So if you think this approval rating number is bad, take a look at this particular number. All right, a good or great president at the end of their terms. Well, Barack Obama, 52% of Americans thought he was a good or great president at the end of his presidency, 2017. Donald Trump, very much behind Barack Obama at 36%. But look at how low Joe Biden is. My goodness gracious, you can't really get lower than 25%.
How low can you go? Can you go down low? Low as Joe. Can I go some more? How low can you go? Can I go down low? Yeah, I want to go. I want somebody to be out there going under the bar with the fire on the top. I want to see him go lower than that. Bring it down. Want a contortionist. The only person can fit under. Yeah, I want ants. The only one that can limbo under how low Joe's bar is. And even the ants got to be laying flat on the ground. That's how low I want his stuff to go. So 25%? Boy.
It is the lowest number since AP Nork started tracking this back at the end of Barack Obama's second term. Bottom line is, Joe Biden goes out a very unpopular man at the end of a 50-plus year political career.
50 years for nothing. This dude, for all of those years, was hoping he'd be, remembered as a great president. I mean, always tried to become president, stunk it up, those times. And they use him. They're like, okay, we'll use this idiot since he's thirsty to be president. And came out worse than he went in. He would have been better off never running. But don't forget, he did it because those tiki torches, when I saw it down in Charlottesville, coming out and the pus coming out of her eyes and her veins bulging. And I said, I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Yeah. About 2 weeks after announcing, we see him out there talking about, and I like kids rubbing on my legs, and I got blonde hair and stand up in the summertime. And yeah, I saw that and I said, what the crap? Maybe this dude should go ahead and just fade away, ride the coattails of Obama, might, be remembered as, a Democrat hero. Now he's a Democrat zero all the way.
Career.
What a mess. This guy Biden is the worst we've
Give me some examples. Give me some examples. Yeah, he's the worst we ever had. Look at this. Aren't we so glad this is over?
We have over 66,000 farms. We're now playing farmers. We're now playing farmers. To plant.
That man can't even say paying. Every time he say paying is playing. And yet this guy, you think he wrote those pardons up? You think this dude negotiated the deal between Israel and Palestine? You think that dude is doing that?
Crops that absorb carbon from the air. Well, guess what? If they just played 25%.
If y'all just play 25%. If y'all just play. Worst we ever had. And all of this is going to be on the internet forever.
We played 50 times more tax in China. Micron's also paying the prevailing wage.
Unreal.
We're going to make sure the oil companies start playing their honest role.
Yeah, y'all got to start playing your honest role. I mean, do you understand how much of a bumbling idiot this dude is? And we're about to find somebody in the Democrat Party that is going to still lie about the condition that this man. And now understand, these are clips that spanned his whole presidency. Yeah, this is just, we can do clips on one word that he keeps flubbing up every night and find all kind of footage of him not being able to pronounce one word. I don't know how many times this has been where I found a montage of him just flubbing up one word. One word. And here he is.
Be good paying jobs. Putting students on a path to good paying job. 72,000 good paying jobs.
Y'all want one of those good paying jobs? I don't know about you, but I want me a good paying job. Shoot. Get to play while you work. That's great. Good playing job, y'all. Shoot. Be out there, little badminton, some kickball, adult kickball. That's great. Adult kickball. How about some dodgeball? Adult dodgeball. I might even mess around and go and try to double dutch. Come on now. Who knows? Yeah, play and get paid, according to Joe.
When they need to bring their National Guard into play. The National Guard's going to have to play this. It costs a lot.
You hear that? National Guard going to have to play this.
Money. Definitely they're going to pay for the program. Will no longer have to pay those exorbitant prices.
Yeah, we ain't got to play those exorbitant prices. Mount Rushmore. He's definitely a Mount Rushmore type president.
That 15% is still less than working people paying federal taxes. At a time when they expect to play many roles. The super wealthy are going to pay the same rate they played.
Same rate they played. Doubling up on the play. Doubling up on the play. Trump, you ain't never lied. He's the worst. The worst we ever had. And then this nasty, disgusting slimeball goes out and pardoned his whole family and every corrupt person. Trump had something to say about it, though. In a second, we'll see.
It's really remarkable how much music has played a role in everything. And if my predecessor is watching, instead of paying politics.
Then he goes to reverse. When he's supposed to say play, he say pay. When he's supposed to say pay, he say play. Boy, I tell you, man.
American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy.
They didn't.
Just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
He don't know which one of those words to use. He's guessing on it. They made the wealthy pay to play. Pay to play. No, that's something I do. Made them play the thing. Unreal.
The last 4 years, that is exactly what we've done. People should be able to make as much as they can, but play by the same rules. Pay their fair share of taxes.
And I was going to talk about the things that Joe did today with the pardons of people that were very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs, where they literally, what they did is they destroyed and deleted all of the information, all of the hearings, practically not a thing left.
And that's why they all got pardoned. I mean, this is so corrupt. So corrupt. We have to completely dig out for us to move forward as a country. Cash, Bondi, all of them got to go in there and dig out all of this corruption. We got to clean house. Somebody needs to be held accountable, or some of the major actors that helped coordinate a lot of this. Even if we can get hold to these local district DAs who coordinated with the White House, these judges, some of the witnesses in these fake trials, even if we can get hold to them and somebody paid a price so they know that they could never do this again. And in the meanwhile, clean up the DOJ and make it nice and shiny. I'm talking with a toothbrush. You know you cleaning the stuff up when you say, man, get that towel out of here. Go get me a toothbrush, and you in the corners going. That's how clean it got to be for anybody to trust it, man. That FBI, all of these joints who help facilitate all of this stuff, it got to be washed, sprayed, Cloroxed, boric acid, whatever you got to do to clean that mess up to where folks will say, now I can't find a speck of dirt in this. Now I feel comfortable. A speck. Come in with the white glove. So now let's continue. He said you was old, boric acid. All right, let's continue though.
They deleted all the information on Nancy Pelosi having turned down the offer of 10,000 soldiers. You wouldn't have needed 10,000. You could have had 500, and it would have stopped.
And I guarantee you, the media is not going to ask why he pardoned all of them. They're not going to say, now, wait a minute, then. Trump made some bold claims about some things that, yeah, if y'all did it, it would warrant an investigation. They're not going to ask about that. You think they care about the report that the Republicans came up with Liz Cheney? No, they tried to cover from day one, soon as the report came out and Trump mentioned it. You don't really believe Liz Cheney broke the law, did you? And I'm thinking, why is all these left-leaning networks defending Liz Cheney? Oh, she was helping their cause. Why is Liz Cheney getting some type of medal of freedom? None of that is going to clean up the stain on her tail. I don't care how many medals you give her. I don't care how much the fake news stuff. We'll all know she's dumpster juice.
They said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow. I said, how about now in front of the very... I'll bring it up right now.
That's right. Right now.
They pardoned a lot of people. They pardoned, before we even get to today, they pardoned, 33 murderers, absolute murderers, the worst murderers. But I was really going to...
That's nothing. That's nothing for Biden and them. Yeah. They're responsible for way more folks than that. You know, with our open border and with, of course, the fentanyl that they allowed to come in and the trafficking. Yeah, their body count is off the chain. They're like, just 30? Dude, man, Hillary got that just by herself. Not to mention all of the bodies could be tied to funky mucus and all of them that just left that border wide open. We left it wide open.
Talk about the level of, what's going on. Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to help a guy like Milley?
Because Milley was in on it. He was with Nancy Pelosi down playing Trump. Yeah, he is crazy. He's unhinged. That's right. He's unhinged. Now, you're going to do our bidding, aren't you, Milley? We'll protect you. Absolutely, ma'am. I want to know about white rage. I want to know about it. That guy. Yeah, he was like, hey, man, y'all better pardon me. He's going to drop the hammer on me.
Why are we doing Milley? He was pardoned. What he said. Terrible what he said. Why are we helping some of the people? Why are we helping Liz Cheney? I mean, Liz Cheney is a disaster. She's a crying lunatic.
Not only that, they've hated Liz Cheney all of those years. Isn't that crazy? Now she's a hero to the left. They're even praising her daddy, bringing him up. Look, her father was Dick Cheney. She's a perfect Republican. No, she's a perfect rhino for the left. And so now all of a sudden they want to protect her. Yeah, they don't want to protect her. They want to protect their corruption. They know that she participated in this crap. And if they allowed an investigation into her, it would lead to everybody else. So now Liz Cheney is a hero.
And crying Adam Kinzinger, he's a super crime.
A super crime. How you gonna be a super cry, baby, cry, baby, cry. The baby on the bus goes round and round, round and round. That dude right there, is a leaky faucet. Crying Adam Kinzinger.
Crying. Think of it. They destroyed and deleted all of that information that went on for almost 2 years against Trump. And the reason they did, because it was all false. Like the person that said, I tried to strangle a Secret Service agent. It's one of the toughest human beings I think I've ever seen. So I wanted to talk.
And that right there was all because of Liz Cheney. Met with Clavicle Girl. She got a pardon too, y'all. Did y'all know that? Clavicle Girl got pardoned. So she ain't got to come out and tell how she came up with the clavicle story. There you go. She ain't got to do that. I mean, this is dirty through and through. Dirty.
About that, but all of that stuff got deleted. And the reason it got deleted is they were all caught in lies. You know, Secret Service testified and they said it didn't happen. Actually, the two guys were very embarrassed. They're suffering because their friends are saying, did Trump really do that to you? But they gained a whole new respect for me.
Whole new respect for him. Now, so y'all see the game that has been played. They're hoping that this will shut down any investigations that might lead to all of them or expose them. And I knew it had to be broad. I called it. I said they're going to have to do a very broad pardoning because there are a lot of moving parts. But the problem with that is there's so many moving parts that there's also a lot of loose ends out there. So, you know, right now, they're probably thinking, I think we're good. We got the majority of them. We got the majority of them. But there's always somebody left out there. Like Michael Korn probably, who's still talking about that. Well, I'm somebody's son too. Can I come in? No, you stay out there, you ragamuffin. So anyway, guys, it's the way the cookie crumbles, guys. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And I hope you smash it. But look at this. Look at this.
To at least 3.
That actress, remember her?
Can we put up the graphic of this?
Put up the graphic.
Thank you. Do we have it?
Yeah, we got it. We got it all right. Oh, yeah. So Trump, to sign more than 200 executive orders on first day in office. And he did it. He's signing a whole bunch of them, y'all. Whole bunch of them. We got the military down on the border talking about y'all better get your butts back. Y'all back up now. It ain't going to be like the clip we saw when Creepy Sleepy and Mucus was in control of that border, where they ran right through that fence, ran right over our military, and came on in. Came on. We coming up in it, Mom. Okay, Biden told us, yeah, we get our son. We better get out the way. Those days are over. And I'm loving it. 200 of them. That's it. We want some more. My God.
Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration
What about it?
will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television. Tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning.
Yeah, because we can't waste no time with these bums. They've done so much damage that we got to hit the ground running. In fact, Trump's been hitting the ground running before he even was sworn in. That's the awesomeness about our new president. This man is here to work for the people. Instead of going on vacations more than the amount of time he was in the dang on office, this man's working overtime before he even got in the office. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make us MAGA. So let's continue.
You know that old story. Let's do it later. Then it never gets done. No, we're doing it tomorrow.
Do it now. Don't wait. Go do it now. That's what I'm saying. Give you the Arnold Schwarzenegger back when he was a man. Do it.
And we'll have plenty to sign in the future. Don't worry about it. It's not going to stop.
Yeah. Oh no, the crybaby.
Donald Trump is a twice impeached convicted felon in insurrections.
God. This gentle, and I mean very gentle, with no bass in his voice. He got no bass in the voice. Come on. He got no bass in the voice. This guy right here with those arched eyebrows up here talking about some Donald Trump is a twice impeached. See, this is what I mean. All of these corrupt folks who coordinated to put that label on Trump, to go after him with that lawfare, they did it all so this little gentle man right here could come out and say these talking points.
Who does not belong in the White House. And I will not normalize him. I don't have any respect for the people who do normalize him.
Well, I won't normalize arched eyebrows and no bass in the voice. And I got no respect for anybody who arches their eyebrows as a grown man and talks through his nostrils. How you like that? But let's continue. Listen to this black guy talk to his nostrils about how bad Donald Trump is and using all of those Democrat fake news talking points.
I know some people have a duty to do so. Joe Biden has to be there. Kamala Harris has to be there. Hakeem Jeffries has to be there. But anyone who doesn't have to be there, don't go. And I have no problem if you don't go. This is America. Donald Trump didn't even show up for Joe Biden's inauguration when he was supposed to be contributing to a peaceful transfer of power. When he was supposed to be
Somebody go hit that gentle dude in his back so he can spit that out. Choking on those lies, man. Choking on them.
Shared on the record tonight, you don't have respect for 50+% of the
I don't
American
have
people.
respect for, yes, I don't have respect for the people who
You won the
support.
popular vote.
I don't care. I don't have respect for the people who put a twice impeached convicted felon insurrections into the White House.
See, there we go. When you can say it that fast, it's memorized. Yep. When you can say it all like that, that means you've been practicing that delivery. That means this is what y'all talk about so much, where you just got it on autopilot. It's like when I say creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe. Been saying it so much, I could just say it in my sleep. This guy rolled that right off the tongue because that's what they do. Yeah, all of this crap. Now, see, this is what burns me up because they are pretending all these talking points are legit. Yeah, they're pretending that these are legitimate accusations and cases on Trump. And that's why they all need to be exposed, because this will be the left's historical documentation of Trump. They're going to try to sum up his whole presidency, regardless of how great it is, and say, but he was twice convicted, all of this stuff that this nice, gentle, very, very gentle man just said.
So you don't have respect.
This man is not just an ordinary person. Unlike
No, you're not an ordinary person. Because right now I should be hearing a little bit of bass in that voice, but I'm not. I'm hearing nothing but treble. So here he is. This man is not an ordinary man. So let's continue.
the other 46 presidents in our country, this man is a twice impeached convicted felon who has been adjudicated for sexual assault. This guy is a guy who tried to overthrow the election.
Every single talking point and lawfare attempt that they put together. This is why Liz Cheney and all of them need to be exposed. This is why Adam Senior, that J6 committee, this is why they have to hide them and give them a pardon, because this is what they want to hang on to. Now, if it comes out these folks coordinated that and they get outed, all hell's gonna break loose. It would blow up the Democratic Party even worse than it is. See, right now it's in pieces, but I want it disintegrated. That's what I want. I don't want pieces still on the lawn. Get that crap off my lawn. That's what I want. I want it all smashed to bits. So here's this guy once again, and this is why they all need to be exposed, saying the same old stuff.
In 2020, this is not a normal election, and we should not normalize this guy. If you have to show up, go. I don't have any problem if you choose to do so, but I do have a problem with the idea that Democrats want to continue to normalize something that should not be normalized. Yes, we
they're normalized. So I guess he wants. See, this is when you buy into it so much that you don't even realize that the Democrats don't even buy into it. See, that he's a believer that the Democrats are normalizing it. He's wondering why they're still going to this thing when Trump, he's Hitler. Trump, he's a twice convicted, all of this stuff. Why are they hanging out with Mussolini? Because they were lying to you. You must have bought it, bruh. So why aren't they normalizing it? So I guess we're all supposed to treat Trump like the plague. Now, all of a sudden, you guys are starting to become not normal, especially when you arch your eyebrows as a grown man.
We should resist and not coexist.
I also have a hard time. Trump to continue to say he won the 2020 election.
Get him, Scott. But Trump won't come out and say he lost the 2020. See what they're doing? They're not learning. The fake news ain't learning. They want to talk about why Trump didn't come out and grovel and say, all right, I want to make a confession. I did lose in 2020. But see, what they don't realize, they're proving the point. When they were going after Trump, trying to say that he, I guess, was an election denier and he was trying to overturn the election and he knew he lost. The whole point, they had to prove that he knew he lost. Yeah. But the real point is Trump believed he was cheated. Because if you didn't believe you were cheated, this is a perfect time to come out and just get that off the, get that out the way. Just come out and say, look, man, look, I lost. Okay, fine. But he's like, no, I'm still not going to say it. And honestly, we were set back for the comeback. Now when, you come out of your desert experience, you're able to look back and see that it was meant for your good. Yeah, so we were set back for the comeback. We wouldn't be where we're at now if Trump would have won. So thank you, Democrats. Y'all did a wonderful job sneaking that second term out from under him. And now you gave us a nice, beautiful second one with more people in place, a better vision. Oh, man. And y'all party has been destroyed. All of the stuff y'all did then backfired on that party. These folks were spitting into the fan. Right back in their face. There you go. So look at him now. He wouldn't have been this popular. It wouldn't have been this amount of excitement and stuff like that around him with these key people. Wouldn't have been that way if we would have kept on going from the first term right into the second term. So they really set him back for the comeback, made him better, bigger, and stronger than ever.
I mean, are you saying that he can alter the past by saying no? I'm giving you an example of what we're talking about. And so when
So now you hear that, guys? They're worried about Trump making a confession about the 2020 election. Because that's what's important to these folks. That's what they're going to try to hang on to throw mud on his presidency the whole time. I guarantee you throughout the whole presidency, they're still going to be revisiting every once in a while. As soon as he do a press conference, Mr. President, you still never had came out and said that you had lost the 2020 election, and I never will. Next.
All right, Bakari, your party just engaged in the biggest cover-up in modern American political history on Joe Biden. It's all coming out. We all now know that every Democrat knew it, and you and everybody else came on TV and lied about this man's condition. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either. Get him, Scotty. Get him, Scotty. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot, Scott. So Scott's like, man, if you don't get out of my face, you little pipsqueak, talking about who won the 2020 election, Trump never confessed it. Have you guys confessed that Joe Biden was blew out from the start mentity? And y'all covered that mess up? I don't want to hear another thing about that, but Trump never can. And watch how he finishes this bum.
I don't want to hear it. Well, the Biden cover-up is the worst thing we've seen in this country in your or my lifetime.
First of all,
and political misinformation.
That is hyperbolic. And
Hyperbolic? I just showed y'all a whole montage of Biden not being able to say play versus pay and vice versa. But this guy, that is hyperbolic. Now he's about to admit that he's a darn fool. Watch this.
It's not only hyperbolic, but it's actually incorrect. And yes, I mean, I wish I hadn't been around the president. I wish I would have known that he was not in the condition that he was.
Do you not have a...
What? Now see, that's a confession of either you're corrupt and you're lying right now, or you're one of the dumbest people on TV. I hadn't been around the president. Guess what? I haven't either. I've never been in the presence of creepy, because I don't want to get that creepiness all on me. If Creepy Sleepy invited me to the White House to hang out, I don't want to get up in there, start suffering from being creepy, then all of a sudden I'm sleepy, then feeling a little sleazy, then, a little slimy. I don't want to do that. Don't want that slime to run off on me. But guess what? I was able to quarterback this from my dang on crib. Sitting here like, what? That dude's nuts. Hey, did he just say true international depression? Isolating punish China? Huh. That don't sound like words. So why is it that all of us were able to come to this conclusion? And this man works in media and he said, I never was around the president. I wish I would have known. Are you kidding?
Television,
but I didn't. First of all, I didn't see it until the debate. But yes.
On TV.
So that's the moment I would have said. Did you just say you didn't see it until? Go take his mic, unmic him, and get him out of here. Okay. Because if you didn't see him wandering off, falling up and downstairs, if you didn't see that, forgetting names, this dude right here is a full-blown hack.
He's on TV all the time.
But their legislation is irresponsible.
Oh, look, another one. Here's another one. I'm going to show y'all another stuff. See, this is Hawker Jeffries. Okay, he's the minority, the chairman of the. So now let's hear Hawker, because once again, the Democrats are incapable of self-reflection and being honest. They can't do it. They're still supporting the creep. They're still supporting this dude who just pardoned everybody. So Hawker Jeffries is about to be asked the same question. And all of their supporters should be mad at these people for continuing to lie about it.
Responsible. Effectively, what it would do is sanction,
watch this live. Listen to this.
without any guardrails, adults, including predators, for...
Now, isn't this crazy? This is Hawker Jeffries fighting against the legislation that would prevent little boys from playing in girls' sports. And he's using this crazy behind lie to say that this right here is going to allow people to look at the genitals of little girls and little boys and stuff like that. He's not being honest. That's why I'm going to have to destroy Hawker. That's why I'm going to have to destroy him, because he's trying to make it seem like Republicans are just perverts and they want to look at kids' genitals and stuff like that. Just straight up lying.
Engaging in inspections of genitalia in children as young as 4 years old.
Now, see, this dude needs to be beat up. I'm gonna be real. He needs his butt beat for that lie. That's what he needs. A good old-fashioned butt whooping. Okay. A straight-up playground thumping. Hey, dude, was you just on TV accusing all of us for wanting to inspect little kids' genitals as an effort to support little boys or men playing in girls' sports? Forget about the girls, right? Forget about the girls. It's all about y'all protecting mostly men or boys from beating up or taking advantage of girls' sports. That's what these folks still support. Now, he can't come out and tell y'all that. He can't come out and say, that's what we support, that nonsense. We support that craziness. So this is how twisted the Democrats are. This dude will try to manipulate the intentions of that bill and say that it's so we can inspect little kids' genitals. That requires a butt whooping. See, I mean, I'm just going to say it like it is. It requires a butt whooping.
Now, in the sports arena, we've seen repeated instances of sexual abuse. Gymnastics.
Does that have anything to do with these men beating? I mean, we've seen some abuse, all right. When that girl got hit in the face with that volleyball and busted her orbital lobe, or the Olympics and all of that stuff. That's the abuse.
That's been the case. In wrestling, that's been the case. In football, that's been the case.
And you got to ask yourself, why are they pushing this narrative? This is a demonic party. There's no reason for y'all to be defending this, except for you're infested with demons, or y'all done relied on some evil people who have prioritized this and said, I don't care. Y'all better push this agenda if y'all want our support, our money, or all of that. They had to have said, I'm selling out and hanging on to this, even though the majority of people are saying this is madness. However, I must owe some donors, some globalists, some weirdos, somebody has made sure that they force this party to prioritize this type of mess. And yet here he is, knowing that these are the things that cost him the election. But what is he doing? Trying to flip it to support this garbage.
And in many other areas. And to have the federal government weigh in aggressively and sanction this type of invasive inspections,
they never said anything about no inspections. This guy's just making this crap up. Just making it. That's why I said he needs his butt beat. He needs his butt beat. Verbally. Okay? I'm not saying that anybody should go out and beat up Hawker Jeffries. Now, if he did want to meet me for a gentlemanly sparring match in the octagon, I would be more than happy to oblige him. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to dot his I's.
Really would create a situation where childhood predators would be unleashed on the children of this country.
Oh my God. That's what I mean, man. See, whoever is, this cat don't believe this crap. Somebody has gotten hold to this party. It's Diablos. It's Diablos. But in the form of whomever or what group of people have said, y'all better prioritize this. Yeah, because you can't tell me this is a winning issue. There's no reason to still support this crap and come up with this garbage to try to say this. The Republicans want to start, that this is going to lead to trafficking or kids, molestation. Just saying foul, nasty stuff that they know. That is not why we are opposing this bill. It's perversion. That's what it is. They want what is good to be evil. So right now, it's good to protect women's sports from boys. These folks want to pervert that and say it's bad. Just because you want to protect them, what you really want to do is look at their genitals. Perversion. Butt whooping.
And that's why you saw a significant number of Democrats say this is federal government overreach and it's unacceptable.
There's a lot.
So now watch Hawker. They're gonna ask Hawker about the slimeball Joe Biden and watch him lie again.
A lot of question about Democrats' role, speaking of 2024, that Democrats played in allowing President Biden to stay in the race as long as he
Tell the
did.
truth, Hawker, and shame the devil.
You said back in February of 2024.
Let's see what he said.
Take a look.
Do you think that it's time to pass the baton to a new generation of leadership, or do you think Joe Biden is the strongest candidate to defeat Donald Trump?
Well, Joe Biden is definitely the strongest candidate to defeat Donald Trump.
What do you say to Americans who believe you and other top Democrats?
Come on, Hawker. Tell the truth for once in your life.
Well, Joe Biden was the incumbent president at the time. He was the candidate at the time. And I supported him at the time, and that was the right thing to do based on the incumbent president making the decision that he was going to run. Obviously, things changed in late June and early July. But I think what's most important at this moment is not for us to look backward, but to look forward.
Yeah, see, there it is. Get off my back. I'm lying to you once again, or I'm pretending that, I didn't notice nothing. But you know what? Let's not look at that. Just like the other day during the hearings, Kristi Noem, they had the nerve to pretend they were interested in separation of kids. Remember that? They was up there asking Kristi Noem, we want to reunite these 1,000 kids with their families. They were separated 4 years ago under the Trump administration. They still haven't been reunited with their families. Would you make that a priority? And she said, absolutely. The same though with the 300,000 that have been missing under you guys. And what did that bum do? Well, let's not talk about that right now. Let's let bygones be bygones. We don't need to talk. Let's look forward. But yet you looked all the way backwards 4 years ago and want to talk about 1,000 kids versus right now, the current missing of 300,000 kids. And you talking about, so let's look forward. This guy, Joe Biden, who just gave all of these dang on pardons today, he's pretending that he didn't know. Joe Biden was fine. I supported him at the time and this and that. But you know what? Let's not talk about that.
Solve problems for hard-working American taxpayers.
And that's why y'all lost? Because y'all were solving problems for hard-working American. Isn't that odd? Joe Biden was that great that we made him have to step down. And then secondly, his policies were so awesome and we were working so hard for you guys, solving all the problems for everyday hardworking Americans, that y'all voted us out in big numbers.
And get things done. That's what the American people want to happen.
And that's why we got rid of y'all. And we got the boss back. Because we want that to happen.
Message that I interpret from the November election, and that's the work that House Democrats are prepared to do to make sure we're improving the quality of life for working class Americans, not the wealthy, the well-off, or the well-connected.
Now, isn't that funny? How this man said, that's what I got from the last election, and that's why we're prepared to do it. If y'all were prepared to do it, it would have been getting done before Trump won. Reason y'all are booted out is because y'all weren't getting it done. Now all of a sudden, though, we're prepared to. That's what I took from the last election. So basically, what you're saying, you took it from the last election that Joe Biden's approval rating is accurate. Yeah, you took from the last election that we got our butts mopped because we weren't getting it done. But now all of a sudden we're ready to get it done. Please, once again, got to expose these Democrats.
Leader Jeffries, I guess just bottom line, do you believe you had a responsibility to be more forthcoming about what you had seen behind closed doors as it relates to President Biden?
Tell the truth.
What I saw behind closed doors was a president who was working hard to get things done, to deliver for the American people on infrastructure, on driving down the high price of life-saving prescription drugs, on bringing domestic manufacturing jobs back home to the United States of America. It's important to understand that President Biden inherited 3 different catastrophes on day one: a democracy catastrophe, a public health catastrophe, and an economic catastrophe, all at the same time, and worked hard to put America in the strongest possible position moving forward.
Shut the door, keep out the devil, shut the door, keep the devil in the night. Will somebody shut the door of Slewfoot? Good grief. Can these folks tell the truth? But folks keep voting for them. Voting for people who lied to them in ways that are undeniable. The inflation's not real transitory. You know what? Afghanistan was a great exit. You know what? Boys can't be girls.
All right, let's talk about the Trump agenda. President-elect Trump's mass deportation operation is set to begin as early as Tuesday. Obviously, the details still being hammered out. He told me he plans to start by focusing on undocumented immigrants with criminal histories. Do you support the raids that are expected to?
Now, look, we got 2 things that this dude could say, I'm agreeing with Trump on this, or the Republicans. He already done flubbed the whole boys playing with the little girls. He flubbed that up. One of the biggest issues that people say, I'm not voting for folks who support that. Now he got another shot. Do you support this mass deportation, especially with the criminals?
To take place this week in major cities?
Come on, Hawker.
We have a broken immigration system, and we certainly need to fix it, and fix it in a comprehensive and bipartisan manner.
Sound like Kamala.
That should begin by making sure we secure the border. And House Democrats have made clear that we are ready, willing, and able to work with the incoming administration to get that done in a bipartisan manner.
By whining about, the separation of kids, and this right here, that's how you guys are working with us? We want more agents so we can process them in here quicker.
With respect to undocumented immigrants, what America needs is for the incoming administration to focus on violent felons, not breaking up families.
Went round and round that mulberry bush just to say, I'm agreeing with the hammer. That's what it is. That's right. It was hard to say Hawker. I know it was. Getting Hawkers up, it's tough.
So you would support removing violent felons first in these raids that are expected in major cities across the country?
I support the current administration and the incoming administration doing what's necessary to ensure the safety and security of communities throughout the United States of America. And that obviously entails focusing on the removal of violent felons.
Now look how he's chopping up what he's saying. This dude is really thinking about everything he says to not make it appear that the Democrats suck. I'll sum it up for him since he can't spit that mess out.
who threaten the well-being of the American people.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump is...
Here's another one, y'all. We about to end it. See, this is what's happening. Folks now are starting to realize we've been lied to. Donald Trump's in now. Folks aren't acting as crazy as they were before. All these lies are starting to come out about the Democrats rather. And then you get dodos like this, who was a believer. He was a real believer, y'all.
Is a fascist who does not care about democracy in any way, shape, or form.
So you think it would be dangerous for the country if he were to get back in the White House?
I think that's an understatement.
It's an understatement, y'all. Boy, I tell you, man, there's no redemption for this dude right here, man, and many others. This dude bought so far into that mess. He said, you think he's a danger to democracy? I think that's an understatement. Like, that ain't nothing. That dude's worse than a danger to democracy. Boy, I tell you. Now, see, you only getting on there saying stupid stuff like that if you have really bought into the lies. 100%. This guy is not coming up with any of these thoughts on his own. We all know that. But he thinks later on, once he realizes I've been lied to, he gonna pretend that he was thinking that all by himself.
You know, and I think that's also the pickle that we as American people are in, right? I think that is 3 options in 2024. You have...
Tell us what they are.
Donald Trump, who's the criminal.
Okay.
You have Joe Biden, who represents the cowards, because I think the Democratic Party are cowards. They don't fight enough. And you got the couch. And I think, the couch is voter apathy. And I think a lot of people are going to choose to stay home in 2024. And that should scare us. The one time that people should absolutely positively be terrified and be afraid of what could happen to democracy is next year.
Y'all hear all of that? That man's scared. Telling folks they need to come out. We got to save democracy. Now, who has been running around saying that? The fake news and the Democrats. All his talking points come straight out of the mind of the Dems.
I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
It's like, this guy's dangerous. He's a threat to democracy. He's a fascist. He's flirting with Hitler. That's the fake shit.
Yeah, but that's too much.
Oh, now it's too much. That's too much. Y'all hear him? He said that's too much. Why is it too much now? And wasn't too much then?
I'm agreeing.
Like, that rhetoric is too much.
I'm agreeing with you. And now I think what they have to realize is,
Listen, I'm with you, Chris. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't call Donald Trump.
Changing my energy for what it's worth. Democrats, Chris Morrow's not changing his energy.
I'm with you. Listen,
if I'm the last one on this fucking
I never called Donald Trump a fascist based off anything I heard from Democrats. I said that because of things I heard come out of Donald Trump's mouth.
Oh my goodness. So wait a minute. He came to that conclusion all by himself. Listening to what Donald Trump had been saying and stuff. That's how he came to that conclusion. But yet everything he says sounds just like it came right out of the mouth of the Democrats. Isn't that funny? Not to mention, this guy called him the Antichrist. Good grief. He went further than, he just didn't call him, a fascist. He called him the Antichrist and everything. So here he is now being clowned because he actually believed that mess. This should be the feeling of almost every person on the left who was running around saying Trump's Hitler, Trump's the dictator, Trump is the white nationalist, Trump. They should all be going, don't tell nobody, don't bring that back up. Trump, the Russians, he was a Russian agent. Man, they all should be feeling the major pain right now. One, don't you feel dumb? So now watch how he covered. He said, no, man, I came to these conclusions on my own.
Right? But guess what? I don't even know if I believe it anymore.
Oh, look at that.
wow.
Now, did you come to that conclusion on your own? Or did you just start observing the Democrats and starting to say, wait, they not treating him like Hitler. They all at his inauguration. He was posted up in that White House with Creepy Sleepy. Could it be that they've been lying to me to make me say stupid stuff like Trump's a fascist?
Wow. Okay.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump is
what?
A fascist who does not care about democracy in any way, shape, or form.
So you think it would be dangerous for the country if he were to get back in the White House?
I think that's an understatement.
I
never called Donald Trump a fascist based off anything I heard from Democrats. I said that because
I said it based off of everything I heard from Democrats. Not anything I heard from, everything I heard from Democrats.
The things I heard come out of Donald Trump's mouth, right? But guess what? I don't even know if I believe it anymore.
It can't get any worse.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
Only because of how they're acting. I'm like, well, goddamn, maybe it ain't that much of a threat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They lied to you.
And by the way, that don't change my vote. I would have still voted for the vice president.
What? Jeez, oh man. Jeez. Once again, counseled himself into the truth only to reject it when he found it. I've been thinking, because of the way they've been treating him, that made me say that I don't believe it no more. I don't believe it. But you know what? I still would have voted for the Democrats. That right there is a self-inflicted wound. That man can't get right. Can't get right. He's in a constant state of stupidity. Stuck on stupid. But let's close out, because here's somebody who isn't stuck on stupid as we close. Because you know, guys, some black folks decided to perform at Trump's inauguration. You can't have that. Yeah, you's ain't allowed to be black performing at that inauguration. What's wrong with you, boy? So now, let's see how this all ended.
Snoop and Nelly are going to be at this thing. And I think it really does beg the question whether the culture is starting to thaw to Donald Trump.
So let me just tell you this from as a black woman's perspective. I don't make any space for racism or white supremacy. I don't care. If you dip a toe in, you go on and keep your toe over there. So
then why did you vote for Joe Biden? See, this is what I mean, man. These so-called soul brothers and sister number ones that be coming on these networks, and I'm thinking to myself, boy, I tell you, y'all are out there full-blown brainwashed, and sitting back right on that plantation and don't even realize it. Don't even realize it. So now let's hear her, because she's talking about, I ain't got no room for no racism and stuff like that.
the idea that you can hear this man talk about Latinos the way he's talked about Latinos.
How? Said he loved the Latinos. What are you talking about?
LGBTQ people, the way he's talked about them.
What does he say about them? He said, I hate them. I hate all those LGBT, whatever they are. Did he say that?
The way he's talked about it and done things to women.
Yeah, just trying to figure that out. Just trying to figure something out to say. The way he does this and this. What does he do? What are the bad things that he said? What did he do to the women? Or the ones that never proved anything? The ones that were used for lawfare? Those ones? So here she is. Democrat talking points. And I think she's a believer.
You can see this man. This is who this man is. He incited an insurrection.
He incited, she's about to say an erection. But he incited an insurrection. See, once again, when you start saying stuff like that, I'm saying right now, those 6 inches between your ears is filled with air. Filled with air. Bubble head. He incited an insurrection. Oh, man. I would love to sit down and have her write out what she thinks an insurrection is. To put that down on paper, write down the elements of what an insurrection would look like and how it would be carried out and secured. Okay, what are the missing key components for an insurrection?
He incited an insurrection.
She almost said it.
At the Capitol. That's who he is. And you can go, but I'm going to sing this little ditty because I got an album coming.
This is not somebody that black people should be associated with and pretending to normalize.
He's back. After going to get his eyebrows plucked. There it is, sitting back in the chair. Could you arch up a little higher this time? I want to look like Captain Spock, even though I'm not a Vulcan. So could you arch up even higher? And is there any way that you could give me a whole shot of helium? I got too much bass. I want it to be a little higher. So now no bass. What the? Oh, yeah, no bass is back. Let's see what he got to say now.
We should be challenging him, and it dishonors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we honor on Monday to celebrate this man.
No bass anymore. He is crazy.
Many hours later.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever. We're giving you this backlash because
of what? Because we've been trained by the Democrats. We care more about the Democrat Party than black folks. Is that what it is? So now this brother gonna try to challenge Nelly because Nelly said he was gonna perform. So he trying to slide it in like, well, what you say about people who say that you did? No, you're saying that. That's your slick way of saying what you feel, but trying to pretend it's from the people. They got a question. They got a question. That's where this came from.
You are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist.
Here it is.
And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him.
Hush up, boy.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
He did create.
Where you should have been going. That's where he's going. He's going where you should have been going. If you know where he's going, then why in the heck are you asking him this question? I know where you're going. I just don't care. I know he said it all. I know he said if you don't vote for. I know he talked about Barack like that. I know all of the stuff that. But I don't care. I know he was friends with Robert Byrd, but I don't care because he a Democrat.
Create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration.
Was that Trump?
I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. No, he didn't do that. Let me see. What did
that was creepy.
They're gonna put y'all back in chains.
I'm trying to think. The white supremacy. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, find some of that racism.
Okay,
stuff.
he did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, okay.
And it could have been because they got bad credit, even though that was all resolved. That was under his dad, but nonetheless, these folks don't care about that.
Okay, is he written to him now? So nobody's allowed to change, right? See, here's the thing. So we can talk about past, but we never want to talk about our past. If we bring up, if our past get brought up in our community for a lot of what our men did, we always call it rehabilitation. Yo, these young brothers, we've been through a lot. I know I've been through a lot. If my past was what was going to prevent me from winning today, I wouldn't be here. It's true. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform.
Ooh.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. What? Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
What?
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
What?
I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
What?
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
Yeah.
I'm doing shit my way, or the highway.
That's what I'm talking about, because this is MAGA country now. When we got the brothers performing at the inauguration. Boy, I tell you, man, I'm feeling mighty good right about now, y'all. Whistling Dixie. We're in the money. We're in the money. So there you have it, guys. There's more definitely to cover concerning the inauguration, some of his executive orders and stuff like that. Creepy tried to damper the parade with these raggedy last minute pardons. Just doing damage on the way out. But that really was damage control. That's what that was. And I hope he pays a price for it. Somebody said gears. Y'all want some gears? I did promise y'all some gears. So hang tight. Give me about 30 seconds. All right. Y'all gonna make me go and release the Kraken. He's booking too, y'all, to get in here. Unbelievable. Now see, this is how you know one of them is guilty, because when I opened the door, this one right here ran under the bed. She ran under the bed. Why you run under the bed, Nala? Huh? Nala needs a haircut. You can barely see her eyes. See those black beady little eyes? So she's getting a haircut this Saturday. Both of them are. We'll be able to see her face. And come here, Giz. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, Giz. Move, Nala. Come here. Ah, boy. Oh, yeah. And then Gizmo is rocking the teddy bear. Yeah, he's not gonna let it go. There's nothing I can do right now. He's like, I would kill a man for this little bear right here. You gonna let me have it? You gonna let? No? Okay, all right. And he gets his butt a haircut on Saturday as well. So the next time that you guys see him, they're gonna look so pretty, so handsome and stuff like that. And so yeah, I'll show y'all from. It's gonna be the compare and contrast, like before and after. All right. So now, with that being said, let's get ready to get out of here. Don't forget, text MAGA to this number to stay in the loop. Also, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, and with some more juice, some more juicy clips for us to laugh about and talk about. And if you want to support the channel, check out Kevin's Corner Store, or you can also support the channel through my Cash App or my PayPal link. Those are below as well. And subscribe to my alternative channel if you can. Now, with that being said, y'all, let's get out of here. I'm starving. I'm gonna go, get me some shrimp to keep myself alive. I need
This is awesome.
tear up the place, yeah. God bless.